El doble ya, eso.
Canelo Alvarez has officially started sparring, and guess who just stepped in the ring with him? Jaron "Boots" Ennis. Yeah, the same fighter many say Terence Crawford's been avoiding.
Bien, bien. Dándole la cintura. Bien, bien hecho. Bonita pinta otra vez ahí. No te la cambias.
Canelo's training camp for Terence Crawford is officially underway, and it's already making headlines. With Jaron "Boots" Ennis brought in as a sparring partner, it's clear Canelo isn't just staying sharp, he's sharpening up for a specific style. Fast, slick, explosive, just like Crawford. And Canelo's message is simple: he's coming prepared. And Canelo didn't take long to remind everyone what separates him from the rest: pure, punishing power. During a recent sparring session, Canelo unleashed vicious body shots that echoed through the gym. That's the kind of pressure Crawford's never faced. Elite-level timing with fight-ending power to the body. Canelo isn't just testing himself, he's sending a warning. Canelo's been asked about Crawford before, and while he usually keeps it cool, his words still say plenty. When pressed on what makes Crawford a challenge and how he plans to beat him, Canelo made it clear where his focus is.
What challenges does Terence Crawford present to you, and how do you beat him?
Oh, I'm focused 100% on me. So, first is first.
Do you think he'll add to your legacy, the fight with Crawford?
Yeah, he's a really good fighter. 2 times undisputed champion. He accomplished so much. So, can add a lot to my career.
No trash talk, no distractions, just business. Canelo knows a win over Crawford doesn't just silence critics, it upgrades his legacy. And judging by how he's training, he's treating it like the biggest fight of his career. Canelo isn't just sharpening his timing, he's testing his power under real pressure. In sparring, he stood his ground and went shot for shot, preparing for the kind of exchanges Crawford might bring when things get heated.
Get to work, baby.
This is high-risk, high-reward training, no shortcuts. Canelo's getting his body used to war, not just rounds. And with every exchange, he's dialing in for a fighter known for switching gears mid-fight. Jaron "Boots" Ennis has been in the trenches with Canelo during camp, and now he's speaking out. When asked about the matchup with Terence Crawford, Ennis didn't hold back. He pointed to the one thing Crawford's never had to deal with: Canelo's power against giants.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68-pounder. He probably really should be at 60, maybe. And he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So
Ennis makes a key point. Crawford may be pound for pound elite, but he's never shared the ring with someone who stops naturally bigger men. And that's why, according to Boots, Crawford needs to take a step he's never taken before.
I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. At like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body, to fill into somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up a weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should, just to stay sharp, and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
Ennis isn't doubting Crawford's skill, but he's questioning the jump. No tune-up, no warm-up, just straight into the fire with a fighter who drops light heavyweights. It's a bold move, and Boots is betting that it could be a costly one. And while Boots thinks Crawford needs a warm-up to adjust to the weight, Canelo's already moving like he's in mid-season form. No layoff, no slow start, just raw power on display. In his latest workout, Canelo fired a shot so clean, it looked built to end the fight. That's not shadow boxing, that's a message. Canelo's winding up with knockout intent, and if Crawford plans on standing in front of him, he better be ready for that kind of heat coming from round one. And it's not just Canelo turning up the heat. In the same camp, Jaron "Boots" Ennis was spotted hammering the heavy bag, helping push the pace, pressure, and power Canelo will need against Crawford. This isn't just sparring, it's full-force war prep. This is the level Canelo is operating at, training with one of the most avoided fighters in boxing. Fast, explosive, unpredictable, just like Crawford. And if anyone can simulate that threat in camp, it's Boots. The rivalry between Jaron "Boots" Ennis and Terence "Bud" Crawford has been marked by a series of missed opportunities and public disputes, leading many to believe that Crawford has been avoiding Ennis for some time.
You want to know why, fans? Because of the money. It's all about the money. Come on now. He not gonna make that much money fighting Ortiz or Boots. Come on, man, it's obvious. Who Spence gonna fight besides me that's gonna make, you know?
How about Boots Ennis? We gonna stop talking about boxing and not mentioning Boots Ennis. Jaron "Boots" Ennis. We gonna say the brother undefeated, mind you, and a knockout artist in his own right. I'm trying to figure out why Terence Crawford hasn't fought that fight. What we doing here?
Ennis, the undefeated IBF welterweight champion, has been vocal about his desire to face Crawford, even after Crawford moved up to the 154-pound division. However, Crawford has consistently dismissed the idea, stating that Ennis had two opportunities to fight him, but chose different paths. Ennis countered these claims by asserting that Crawford avoided the fight, opting to be stripped of his IBF title rather than face him.
What about the Terence "Bud" Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering those questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
Terence Crawford, you said that Boots should not accept a belt that was mailed to him. But I heard him practically begging you for the fight to take the belt. So which is it?
Promoter Eddie Hearn has suggested that a fight between the two could materialize if Crawford remains active and Ennis moves up to 154 pounds, but he also noted that Crawford would require a significant financial incentive to consider such a bout.
After Canelo, do you think? Boots against Crawford is the best fight in boxing. Unbelievable fight. But look, he's got Canelo and, you know, but I just, as a fan, for me, you got two of the best technicians in the sport.
He loves the Terence Crawford Boots Ennis fight. You know, I took him to see him and he knows he's boxing. And he knows. But the thing is with Terence also knows, right? Terence thinks he can beat anyone. And he's a pound for pound great. I mean, he's a legend of the sport. But he also knows he's boxing. And he knows how good Boots Ennis is. And he'll fight him, but only for the big bag.
Despite these challenges, Ennis continues to pursue top-tier opponents, aiming to solidify his legacy in the sport. Jaron "Boots" Ennis and Terence Crawford have had simmering tension for years, and many believe Crawford has been avoiding Boots ever since the Philly powerhouse began calling him out. Ennis has publicly accused Crawford of ducking him, even claiming Crawford willingly vacated his IBF title to avoid a mandatory defense. And now that beef has taken a personal twist, Next, in a move that feels more like revenge than routine sparring, Boots is now training with Canelo Alvarez, helping the Mexican star get ready to hand Crawford his first loss. Some fans are calling it poetic payback. The fighter Crawford wouldn't face is now helping Canelo sharpen his weapons, possibly to do what Ennis never got the chance to. It's no longer just a fight, it's a message. Rob Acosta, known for breaking down fights with precision, had publicly said that if Canelo truly wanted to prepare for Crawford, there was one move to make.
The good thing about Boots fighting Canelo is that Boots has his brother Pooh, who sparred Canelo. And what we see on the YouTube clips for that was for a media day. So there's nothing else really, like he's not gonna embarrass the champion. You know what I mean? So he does have that in his arsenal, where it's like, he's been in there with him already, even though it's been years.
He wasn't just hyping Ennis for clout. Acosta explained that Boots' own brother, Pooh, had sparred with Canelo years ago, giving their team insight into what the Mexican champion brings to the ring.
Maybe, but I tell you what I would love to see. I would love to see Canelo and Boots spar them. That'd be, like, if Canelo was sparring, if Canelo getting ready for Crawford, I think bringing Boots into the camps, however way, I don't want to sound disrespectful for either party, but if he were to spar Boots, I think that would be phenomenal work.
He referred to Boots' style as a blend of slick movement, timing, and raw explosiveness. Acosta even clarified that past YouTube clips of those old sparring sessions were from media days, not real behind-the-scenes work, meaning Boots still had plenty in his arsenal that Canelo hadn't seen. But it wasn't about sparring for the cameras. Acosta framed it as a real strategic move. After weeks of calculated sparring and fine-tuning with Jaron "Boots" Ennis, Canelo's intensity has only gone up. As talk of the Crawford fight reaches a boiling point, Canelo is now leaving no doubt about his focus, unloading pure violence in the gym.
Boom, 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 bang. Boom, 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 bang.
This isn't just power, it's precision punishment, tailored for a southpaw sniper like Crawford. Every shot is coming faster, tighter, and meaner. And if this is how Canelo's training camp looks now, the message is loud and clear. Crawford's slickness won't matter if he can't survive the storm. As the fight inches closer, it's not just Canelo's power making headlines, it's his timing and precision. While Crawford is known for his slick counters and elite reactions, Canelo's been sharpening that very weapon. The calm technical drills are one thing, but when it's time to let loose, Canelo's power is still unmatched. With Crawford looming, Alvarez is pushing every limit in the gym. These aren't just punches, they're statements. After weeks of fan backlash over his lackluster performance against William Skull, Canelo Alvarez has had enough. Critics slam the fight as boring, calling it one of the dullest displays of his career.
It's not interesting to see the fight when one person doesn't want to win. Doesn't want to win at all.
How do you see Canelo's style aging right now, based on the Skull
I think
fight?
Canelo has slipped. Listen, and I'm saying that everybody slips at a certain point in time. Canelo has almost 70 pro fights.
Canelo promises all type of knockouts, this and that, because they want to set up the big fight in September with him and Crawford. After that fight, I'm convinced Crawford's gonna whoop his ass. They stole that fight from Skull. I don't care what the commentators. No, he needs to stand there and fight. Oh, fight! No, he don't. He needs to move like he moving and keep potting that nigga. Bruh, this is the way you tell. I tell anybody. That dude won at least the first 6 rounds, hands down.
But Canelo didn't stay silent. He fired back, saying Skull entered the ring just to survive, not to win. And that kind of mediocre safety-first mindset is exactly what kills great fights. Canelo made it clear he doesn't want Crawford stepping into the ring with that same energy. He wants a real fight.
Are you frustrated with William Skull?
Yeah, a little bit, but
what did you say to him at the end of the fight?
I say to him, you just come to, you can not win a fight like that, fighting like that. And he said, yeah, I'm sorry. It's my first time and I just tried to put a good fight and I'm so sorry. That's a mediocre mind. That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show, you know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics to try and box
I hope
that
not.
fight?
I hope not, because the people deserve a good fight.
Now, with his pride on the line and doubters growing louder, Canelo is training with a different fire. No more playing it safe, no more coasting. He's sharpening every weapon, from his footwork to his power shots, in preparation to make a statement against Terence Crawford. Not just to win, but to shut everyone up, including De La Hoya, who said he's on the decline.
And Canelo just can't help himself when it comes to being an ungrateful, jealous. Oh.
I'll bring up a name, Oscar De La Hoya.
No, don't bring them. Don't.
Canelo, why do you hate me so much?
Bruh.
Is it because I fought all challengers and you refuse to fight David Benavidez? Is it because the public will always remember you as a duck? Canelo, I built you. I'm your daddy. Forever, and you cannot deny that. So Canelo,
Canelo, Jesus Lord. Come on. You're getting paid all this money to fight against a runner who we all knew was gonna run, the Cuban style. You chose him, and now you say you hate fighting runners? Well then, don't fight runners.
But it's not just brute strength Canelo's working on. He knows Crawford's a master of timing, feints, and sharp counters. That's why defense is becoming a priority in this camp. Alvarez is now drilling head movement, reflexes, and upper body rhythm with surgical focus. Jorge Masvidal, known for his grit, fight IQ, and striking versatility, and right in the middle, Canelo Alvarez, sharpening every tool for the toughest test of his career. As the noise around the super fight grows louder, so does Canelo's focus. No more tune-ups, no more soft camps. With Terence Crawford officially in his sights, Canelo has flipped the switch. With the Crawford fight looming, Canelo isn't holding anything back. His camp has shifted into high gear, and now it's all about fight-ending power. That right there is the kind of shot that ends nights early. Canelo's loading up with full intention, not just to win on points, but to drop Crawford and make a statement the world won't forget. While most fighters ease into camp, Canelo is already dialed in, building rhythm, sharpening footwork, and keeping that championship physique on point. With the fight drawing closer and the pressure building, Canelo's camp looks less like preparation and more like a declaration. A declaration that he's not just chasing greatness, he's hunting legacy. Sparring with Jaron Ennis isn't just a smart tactical move, it's a statement, a warning. Canelo is preparing for Terence Crawford by stepping into the fire early. He's fine-tuning every weapon, from timing to torque, and doing it alongside one of the most avoided fighters in the game. Whether Crawford responds with his own high-level prep or stays silent, one thing's clear: the heat is rising. And for once, it's not Crawford applying the pressure. So tell us, if Canelo Alvarez is sharpening his weapons with someone Crawford allegedly ducked, does that give him the edge on fight night? Or will Crawford's slickness be too much even for a war-ready Canelo? Let us know what you think in the comments.